Good morning. It's 6:30. I am just about ready to leave my campsite up here. I'm near Settle Junction, which is just outside the town of Idlewild up in the San Jacinto wilderness. I've packed up my tent. Everything's in my backpack except for my cook kit because I'm just enjoying a little bit of coffee. It was a cold night. It's still in the 30s now, but I slept well. Today's goal is to hike up to Filler Ridge, which I think is going to be like this. And if there's time left in the day and energy left in the tank, I'm going to actually aim for 3 miles past Fuller Ridge to lessen the descent that I have tomorrow because it's 17 miles downhill. And that's a lot in one go, so I'll try to knock some of it off today. At least that's the plan. This time of morning, it's so quiet. It's just me and the birds chirping, the wind starting to rustle in the trees. I just feel so privileged to seemingly have it all to myself. Rocks here. Most of the snow has melted, but there's still several large patches here that are in the shaded areas beneath the trees. I've reached the intersection of the trail that goes up to Mount San Jacinto, Wellman's Divide, and I'm going to go left, which is the direction of Fuller Ridge. So the PCT North goes this way. Here's a great view south, looking at Tockwitz Peak and Lily Rock, which is world famous for its rock climbing. Somewhere down in the valley there is the town of Idlewild, and right there is Suicide Rock. Here comes a hiker towards me. He's got an early start. He was a local doing trail running, hiking. He came up from Deer Springs. He's gonna go back to that junction, climb Mount San Jacinto, and then go down Devil's Slide. So that's a lot of miles and a lot of elevation. Views. Strawberry Junction. That's the way I came, and this is the way I'm going. I've gone 4.5 Allison miles, so I'm at PCT mile 183.4. I had to check my book. Just as a point of interest, I climbed 870 feet in elevation as a crow's fly, so straight. There's probably more when you count all the ups and downs. From where I started this morning up to the Wellman Divide Trail, and I lost, coming down to here, 930 feet. And to get to my next junction is I have to climb 910 feet. So it really is going to be a roller coaster day. See this tree? Pretty majestic. But look at this branch. It's obscenely long. Almost all the way down to the ground. It's about an hour-and-a-half drive from where I live up to Idlewild to access some of these trails. But looking at this nature is so spectacular. I don't know why we don't make the effort more often to come and check it out. There's a lot of dead trees up here in this wilderness. And it's not that there's been any recent fires. It's just that they've been affected by the pine bark beetle that's killing hundreds of thousands of acres here in the West. It's a good thing I don't have anywhere to be this afternoon, because I can't seem to stop filming. It's just every corner you go around is amazing. I think this is what they call a chip off the old block. Still climbing. I've come into a couple sections now of snow. Here it's clear. I think the most I've had to walk across is maybe 10 steps worth. There's a different kind of feeling up here in this pine forest. It doesn't have the same kind of magical quality up back there with all the huge boulders and all the funny shapes that they make. This is almost eerily peaceful. It's quiet. There's birds, but there's just a stillness to it, which is different from what I've had all morning. Any snow, and here I am with a bunch of snow to cross. Like, oh, I was just gonna say it's firm, but that little piece wasn't firm. If it gets too late in the morning when it warms up, your leg can go right through the snow, which is called post-holing. But I think I'm still good. Anyways, I'm just about to cross. There we go. Fuller Ridge Trail, which is the PCT. If you continue going on straight, that leads you up to San Jacinto. And from here, it's going to be all downhill. And I've got 5 miles to the campground, and then I hope to camp 3 miles after that. So it's only about 2,600 feet in descent. That was my trail runner. He had been up to the peak and back, and he had just been out Fuller Ridge Trail for a little bit just to get some extra miles. So he said when he finishes, it'll be 19 miles and about 5,000 feet elevation gain. That's a really hard morning. I'm not exactly sure where the Fuller Ridge is. There's a ridge there in the distance, and it goes down this way. So that might be what I'll be hiking on. It's another hazy day. The marine layers coming in from the Pacific. Stairs. Out here in the middle of nowhere. They made us proper granite stairs. First trail, first PCTers. So I stop at the water source here, and I'm filtering about 1 liter of water. That should get me to the Fuller Ridge trailhead where I have some water stashed. I've got some company, some fellow hikers who stayed up at the peak last night and now are loading up with water for the long hike down to I-10. It looks like a porcupine rock with the face of a lion. You can tell I've been out here too long by myself. I'm looking for figures in the rocks. Gotta take it slow, watch my ankles on the descent and on these nasty little rocks. Just sitting, waiting for my lunch to rehydrate. I found a rock just off trail. I'm in the partial sun, but it's a little chilly. It's not even 60 degrees according to my handy dandy thermometer. But I know I should enjoy the cool while I have it because it's just gonna get hotter the further down I go. Had a nice break. Well, we sat for at least 45 minutes, maybe even an hour. And 2 hikers have caught up with me. So it's pretty slow going downhill when we've got extra water weight. Just gotta take my time. Go slowly. And we turn left. And up here we turn right. It's like coming down a slide. I'm not sure if it was my lunch or all the water that I drank, or because I'm listening to music, but I feel great. The trail has been twisty and turny, and it's not all cool rocks. It's not all downhill, although I am going downhill now. It is little ups and little downs. So I guess the view of the ridge line, which I took earlier, for example, right there, you can see how you had to go up and down. So I was partially correct. Gone about 9 3/4 miles, and I think I have two, maybe 3 to the trailhead. I'm never gonna get there because once again I'm taking so many videos and pictures. But look at this view, look at the rocks. And the trail switchbacks are right in front of me, and then it goes on and disappears towards that ridge. I don't have words for it. I don't have the vocabulary to describe the trail today. Yesterday I was like, oh, this is so hard. I'm not sure I'm up for section hiking. And today I don't want to stop. Some of these ups are more strenuous than others. But look at my view. The backside of San Jacinto. The north slopes are the last to lose their snow. But it won't take long now. It's down there. It's 100 degrees today. I'm off the ridge now, definitely descending on a shady side of the ridge and encountering small sections of snow. There's a good example of a post hole, which I have a very good chance because I've just done on the edge of the snow and I just sunk. So I am going to go across and we'll see what happens. Success! A nice change from the solid downhill the last mile or mile and a half. Anybody want a pine cone? I know where you can get lots of them. 12.5 miles, and I've made it to the Fuller Ridge trailhead. I'm still here at the campground. This is Mark.
Hello.
I saw him back at the water source. We're just enjoying a meal. It is about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So I think I'm gonna head out and get a couple more miles in, as I mentioned before. As nice as it is to sit on a real seat at a picnic table, I'm trying to reduce the miles left for tomorrow because it's all downhill. On trail, it got real cold there at the picnic table, So not only am I hoping to get some more miles in, I'm hoping to descend to an elevation where it's a bit warmer. It's 5:30. I've gone about 15 miles. Still hiking. I wonder if I should stop here. Decisions. Got my tent set up at this beautiful campsite. My gear is strewn all over that rock. I'm boiling some water for dinner. And tonight, the lightest item in my pack, Mediterranean couscous. And it's gonna be downhill all the way now. So it's a little over 15 miles today, as I said before. I'm at PCT mile 193, and tomorrow I need to get to about 207. So it's going to be a 14-mile hike. I will be descending into the heat, so I will get up early, and I hope to be on the road by about 6 or 6:30. And so far the slope has been good, so I should make good time, maybe 2.5 hours. My tent's making a noise. Maybe 2.5 miles an hour. Bit of a breeze coming through, and my doormat, it keeps flipping up, and that's the noise that I hear. So that's it for now. It's gonna be good night, and I'll see you tomorrow for the last leg. This 3-night, 4-day hike.